the cell phone number on it, because once this is filled out, it's going to load a section. So you can give them a call right away. You can select and add them to a smart campaign, so nothing falls through the cracks. We also give you landing pages. So you'll have a primary landing page for the brokerage, and you can customize these with your branding and videos and content. And so you'll have a primary landing page for the brokerage, then each of your users and all of your agents will have their own landing page where they're designated as the referrer on those leads. Also, if you've got like a join us page on your website, you can take our form and iframe it into your existing page as well. And again, once this is filled out, it's going to load right into that new lead section, so you can get right to work on those folks. We also have an integration with Zapier, if you're familiar with it. So things like Wise Hire, Right Brother, Third Pool, Smart Setter, any of those kind of tools, you can zap right into BrokerKit. And then going back to the MLS data, we've got advanced search options. So if you can get that data from your MLS, then you'll be able to sort by production values. And our customer success team will help you set those parameters for your market. You can also search by specific production, so dollar volume or units. So let's say you want to talk to agents that are doing 6 to 12 transactions, 6 to 12 transactions in the last 12 months, then they'll populate down here. And then you can bulk select, and you can send out personalized messaging. So bulk email, we have smart campaigns built into the system that are excellent. We're going to talk about those in just a moment. You can add tasks like a phone call or a text message. Also, BrokerKit is tracking engagement. So email clicks and opens, text replies. So you can prioritize your recruiting by who's engaging with you first. Another cool way to use this is you can track who's clicked through your videos and watch them and use that as a call list. And we've got a whole video suite that's built into BrokerKit. So that is an overview.
Can you show us this, you say, which is integrated with hiring softwares? Which ones is that? Hire Wise?
Oh, Wise Hire?
Yeah.
Yeah, so are you familiar with Zapier?
Zapier, yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, so Zapier is a platform where it helps all different software companies connect. So if like Wise Hire, Right Brother, Third Pool, if they're on Zapier, then you can use Zapier to zap data in from whatever tool it is that you're using that's integrated with Zapier.
Is it also using Indeed or not? Which is the most popular?
Indeed is, I don't think Indeed's on Zapier. We have that's on our roadmap to have an integration with Zapier, because a lot of brokers do use that, but it's not quite here yet.
Yeah.
So
what is the most popular platform to post ads about, like for BC?
What's the cost for BrokerKit or for Zapier?
No, I mean to post ads on outside platforms. Which one you suggesting?
I'm not a marketing expert, or lead gen, so I wouldn't have a suggestion for you there. I know people do use Indeed and have good luck with it. They use Wise Hire, Right Brothers, Third Pool, right? But I don't have that's not my expertise. Yeah. So that's an overview of how you can utilize your outbound and inbound lead sources and how to filter them down to that ideal agent to target. Can you guys see yourself using these features to find those ideal agents?
And you mentioned before on MLS in America it's free, and in Canada you have to buy something to get that.
No, it's not free. It's not free in the US. So there's 3 companies in the US that provide that service: BrokerMetrics, MarketView Broker, and Realytics. And they're $200-300 a month to get access to the MLS. And the reason for that in the US is the MLSs are very time consuming and cumbersome to go in and pull agent production data. So those companies, all of the means of communication are built into BrokerKit. So emails, those look like they're going through your Gmail or Microsoft account, but they'll be going through our servers. Do you guys have Gmail or Microsoft 365 you use for your email?
And Gmail.
Gmail, okay. So it looks like it's going through your Gmail. They go through our servers. We have a click to call feature, and it can record your phone calls for you if you'd like. 2-way integrated text messaging. So when you text out a BrokerKit and they reply, it'll come back into BrokerKit, but it'll also go to your cell phone. So if you have a whole text thread on your phone, it'll all log into BrokerKit for future reference. You can set appointments, and those will go right under your Google Calendar. Once you have a one-on-one appointment with a prospect, you can log it, put your notes, and then you can rate that candidate based on urgency. And we have a pipeline report you can use to follow up with those people that you've met with, you know, on a one-on-one. And then while we're on the topic of texting, when you're calling or texting on a broker kit, you'll have a broker kit phone number with like a local area code. So the calls or texts will look like they're coming out of that phone number. And hold on a second. Is it'll look like it's coming out of that phone number, and then you'll forward it into your cell phone. And so there's been big changes with the cell phone carriers in the last year. So they require that you be verified now. So we've done all of the research. We'll get your, you know, information to build a business profile, business contacts, and use cases, and then it'll show you right here in the platform that you're verified. After last September, if you're not verified, then text messages aren't being delivered anymore. So all of that to say, BrokerKit's intuitive. It's a great platform with campaigns and stuff, but we're also paying a lot of attention to what's going on the back end in terms of text and email deliverability. Going back into a contact, on the side panel here, we've got the personal details. We've also got that MLS data. So if you can pull this data from your MLS, you'll be able to see like their last 12 months production, units, that kind of thing. We also have a look up social profiles button. So you can click this and it'll pull in LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever social profiles they have. Also, we've got video built in. So when you're in an email, you can click on this video button and you can record videos right here in the system. If you've got videos you've created elsewhere, you can also load those into the system, and then you'll have a library of videos to choose from. So you can select the one you want, insert it into the email, and then this link can be a still photo or it can be a 3-second GIF. So it looks like you're talking with them. So response rates are a lot higher with video than plain text. Also a great way to express company culture. Also, we've got AI Assist. Have you guys been playing with ChatGPT yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, GPT-3 is the free version. What we have built into BrokerKit is OpenAI's GPT-4. It's $20 a user a month if you're getting it directly from them, and it's a lot more powerful. And then we've trained it so it knows that you're a real estate broker trying to recruit real estate agents. And then we've put prompts in here you can get started with, and then you can add, you know, tone, or you could put like the brokerage name of the, you know, the agent that you're trying to recruit, that kind of thing. And then it's going to write the content with those value propositions in mind. It's also going to automatically put the variables, so the first name, company name, that kind of thing. So anytime you need to write email, text, you know, landing pages, this is an awesome tool. So it's my favorite new feature.
Cool.
Also, sometimes you're talking to somebody, you have great rapport with them, and then they just disappear for 9 months. And then they call you back and say they're ready to join. So with BrokerKit, since everything's in one place, you can jump in here and be up to speed in 5 minutes on everything you talked about in the past. So that's super helpful too. Next, let's talk about smart campaigns. So this is worth the price of admission, in my opinion. So you can compose campaigns from scratch. If you have stuff you've created that you love, great. You can get it in here easily. But we also have a whole campaign library that we've created with a lot of care that's proven to convert. So I'm going to highlight this co-op agent campaign. So with prospecting, everybody has a preference as to how they communicate. The problem is you don't know what their preferences are. So these campaigns are hitting them in all 4 means of communication. Looks like my video is freezing again. It's hitting them in all 4 means of communication. So email, text, phone, and social. So jumping in here, these are written in a conversational style. So plain text, our team spoke highly of you. The goal is getting that face-to-face appointment. Phone calls, text messages, phone calls, we have scripts built in here, or you can add your own. In the case of like a LinkedIn touch, we've got verbiage that you can copy and paste to go connect with them on LinkedIn. And what we recommend with these campaigns is you clone them and then personalize them for your brokerage. That's super easy to do now with that AI Assist feature. Also, the pacing is built in. So how many days between each of these touches and the length of the campaigns. So what the research shows is most appointments are set between 8 and 12 touches. Problem is most brokerages don't get that far. So these campaigns are 15 touches long. Half of those touches are automated for you. So once you get BrokerKit and set up campaigns, you're doubling your workflow because half of it's being done for you. We also have campaign triggers. So if a lead comes in through a landing page or a Facebook ad, for example, you can have it set to automatically trigger the appropriate campaign. Now, how all of this translates into workflow is you'll load data into the system, you'll trigger campaigns. Once that campaign gets to the phone call or the social media touch, it's going to put a task in the system. Now, I've had a lot of brokers tell me, I'm super busy. Once I do sit down to recruit, I'm looking in 2 or 3 different systems, and it takes me 15 or 20 minutes before I ever pick up the phone. With Broker Kit, it's all lined out for you. So when you've got that time for those dollar productive activities, you just jump in and work your tasks. So that's really easy. How many people are doing recruiting? I'm sorry, go ahead.
For example, we interview the agent on Friday, everything good. He asked us to send him agreement, and at that point, we don't hear from him now. So looks like maybe he still looking around, or I don't know. So what we do, like what will be part of campaign after interview, is it lay out here?
I think we have a campaign for that, and you can also create one. So let me see here. Consider school. There's the upcoming appointment campaign. So general agent follow-up with lead nurture. So yeah, if they don't close right away, there's a campaign right there for lead nurturing.
So
Yeah.
when we click on this campaign, is it already spaced out for us after how many days to send what, or we have to determine?
Right. Yeah. So it's emails, text messages, phone calls. So the email goes out first, 0 days between that. The text message goes out 1 day between that, and another email goes out 1 day, and then a phone call, 5 days, and then another email. So the pacing is built in there. The only thing you're going to do is you're going to take these campaigns and clone them and just personalize it for your brokerage. But the pacing is there. Most of the content's already there. You can also adjust, it'll do any day of the week, or you can adjust specific days of the week, specific times of day if you want to. So all of that is adjustable.
Cool.
So let's see, where was I? Just a second. So reports. So also we've got a pipeline report. So this is going to show you, if you can pull that data from your MLS, it'll show you that last 12 months production of that email, of that agent. The recruiting tab is the people that you're trying to recruit. Onboarding is the people that have said yes or in process with you. And then retention is the people you've successfully recruited. So you'll be able to see right on this page your ROI for Broker Kit, right? If you recruit one agent, usually you paid for Broker Kit for 2 or 3 years, so it's pretty easy to recoup your costs, and then you're just making money after that. You can also sort this by team member. So if you have multiple people recruiting, you can see each team member's pipeline. How many people are going to be recruiting, Natalia?
We don't know. That's need to be determined, because like if we like too many, then we need to make sure we have onboarding is in good standing, right? Otherwise, if we recruit them and do nothing with them, then it's a problem, right? We need to make sure all processes are organized. Retention also.
Right. And then also we've got activity report. So it's going to show you how many tasks the person's completed, emails sent, calls logged, text messages sent, how many prospects did you actually make contact with, how many appointments were set, how many appointments actually showed up, that's logged, and the new hires. So if you have...
So can I ask you a question? For example, if a HR manager working 12 hours a week, so how many agent I should expect from them to be recruiting on that point of timing? Like, how do I connect this?
Right. I see what you're asking. Yeah. I don't have an answer for that because there's too many variables. It depends on your market. It depends on your value proposition, how good you are on the phone. There's a lot of variables there. So that's something you'll kind of have to determine as you move along. But I don't have a set number to suggest for that.
But approximately, like if you would hire a manager and he works 1.5 days a week, what you would think he should recruit? How many people a month, like to say?
I really don't have a number for you on that, Natalia.
Because you're asking this me, right? So I need to ask you, like, if I pay HR manager so many days, what should I be thinking of to be realistic, right?
Right.
Not too many, not too much. So that's not too less. How do I determine that?
Yeah, I don't have an answer. I think the short answer is you'll determine how many agents you want to put on a campaign, and then as you go through the first month or two, you'll see what kind of response rates you get, and you'll know you can adjust how much time you're spending recruiting based on, what you find is appropriate for your market and your office.
Okay, so if I have 100.
You can see all of the notes, the emails, everything right here in the portal as well for each contact.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, so also on this pipeline report, you can export it and you can calculate your conversion rates if that's something you'd like to see. Also, pipeline production is the last 12 months production of the people you're trying to recruit. And then total production is the last 12 months of the people you have recruited. So that's helpful to see as well. So on the that's how you can take those leads for your landing those agents. And so it'll help you leverage the system for outreach and follow-up. What do you guys think the impact would be on your business being able to systematize and automate your recruiting in this way?
Yeah, this is interesting. So yeah, it comes to that point. So if we work on it again. So let's talk about pricing now. What is your prices and how
Yeah,
it's
sure. How many users do you think you would need?
we don't know. Like,
Could
can
be
it
anybody involved with recruiting or retention. So like if you have someone doing onboarding tasks for you, you'd want them to have a seat as well.
Mhm. Like it depends. Now it's 3 of us here, or we can be all one user, or it's
Well,
beneficial.
you want to, each person's going to want to be a user because they're going to have their tasks they're going to populate each day for them to do. And you'll assign leads to each user. So anyone involved with the recruiting and retention needs to have a seat because they're going to have their own task list. So they're going to have their daily email that's going to show them how many appointments they have, new leads that pop in, and tasks due for the day.
Mhm. Yeah.
Now we also have a retention side. Did you want to see that?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay. So next we'll talk about how to help your agents be successful and retain them. So the key to retaining new agents is getting them onboarded efficiently, coaching them, and keeping them engaged. And so once you sign a recruit, they're going to move from recruiting into retention and into this onboarding queue to manage. So if you have someone handling your onboarding tasks, you can automatically assign that to those folks. We also have an onboarding campaign already built out, so you can customize that campaign and have it set to trigger automatically. Also, if you wanted to create like a 10-item onboarding checklist, you can do that through campaign. So you do a campaign of tasks with 0 days between them, and then you can assign each task to a team member. There also may be times when you want to communicate with your team. So we've got a blast team feature. So you can text or email everybody in your brokerage, or if you have different groups of agents you want to communicate with, you can create labels. So maybe you have like a heavy hitter group or a new agent group. So you can send out messaging just to those specific groups of agents as well. And then also we've got a retention reminders feature. So if you haven't had some kind of a touch with an agent in the last 30 days, it'll put a reminder in the system to remind you to reach out in some way. So on the retention side, these features will help your agents be successful. They'll stick around, and all these processes are automated, which will save you tons of time. Does that look like that would be useful for you guys?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's wonderful. We are like small brokerage. Maybe you tell us like what is your minimum package.
Yeah, let me show you. Let me jump into pricing now. So yeah, we have 3 packages. The minimum package is the professional, and that would be $199 a month with an annual agreement. That's in US dollars, so translate that for Canadian. If you want to prepay for the year, it'll save you 10%. And then there's a $199 implementation fee that includes 2 onboarding Zoom sessions, and we import your data for you for the first 30 days. The first Zoom session is a one-on-one session with you guys. The second is a group session. Or if you want to hit the ground running, we have a premium onboarding option for a $499 one-time fee. And that gives you 4 guided one-on-one Zoom sessions, assistance with getting your first campaign built and triggered, assistance with implementing one campaign trigger, and data migration assistance. That comes with 2 seats. Additional seats would be $74 a month. So $373 or $273 if you want to have 3 users. Communication amounts are listed here, and these are based on what most brokerages are using. However, if you go over, it's a nominal cost to add additional communication. And then also we have a 30-day money back guarantee. So it is conditional. You have to show, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Can you repeat about communication? What is it?
Yeah, so for instance, 20,000 emails per month, 1,000 text segments per month. That's the communication amounts.
Because it's very easy to do 1,000 texts, right? So if it's more than that, how it is?
Yeah, so it's right here in the deck, which I'll send you after the fact. $7.99 for an additional block of 15,000 emails, $14.99 for an additional block of 1,000 text segments, etc. So if you go over, it's not a big deal. You just get another block of usage there. But our system's designed to cover what about 75% of brokerages do. So it should cover you. But if it doesn't, then it's a nominal cost to add additional communication.
I see. Save them. Okay, so monthly billing, annual billing, text message, voice minute for months, call recording, emails for months, generative token request.